Hey folks, I'm CPC Gamer, and welcome to the stream. I don't really have much else in the way of announcements today. Just, hi, welcome to the stream. Hope everybody's doing okay. Hope everybody's doing better than me, who had to stand outside work for an hour this morning, because somebody overslept, I guess. It's fine, don't even worry about it. There's like nobody out at 6 in the morning. So, on Mondays, we play horror games. This we know. And last week, we finished Fatal Frame 2. So it stands to reason that this week, we are also going to play Fatal Frame 2. But, like the Wii version. A game that I bought... Alright, let's work this out. On the 26th of June, 2014, at 11:30, and I paid £12 for it, because apparently I still have the receipt, and it's in the box for some reason. I don't know. So this is going to be a bit of a tricky recording setup. I've had to, like, warm myself in, because, okay, I'm sitting over here, and my TV is over here, but the sensor bar is over here. So I don't know how I'm going to do this, necessarily, because there's a lot of, like, oh, just gotta go and scroll down the screen a little bit. But I have to keep the controller pointing this way, because this is where the thing is. I don't know, I haven't really thought this through. We'll figure it out. Let's go. So a couple things you're going to notice with this game right away. Our characters look a little bit different. This is good. We will get into that when we get into the game. But I'm also going to draw your attention to this guy down here. And you might go, CPC Gamer, you fantastic dancer, why is it that I should care about the Dolby logo? I don't have a fancy recording setup. Well, you should care, because when you see this, it means that somebody has been paid to go through the product, the game, or the movie, or the album, whatever it is, and they've mastered it, and they've been paid a lot of money to do that. And when that's there, it means that you're going to be able to hear everything you're supposed to hear. Unless you've got a loudmouth English person sitting there yelling over the top of it, which is an option. It can happen. Spoilers, I'm not wearing the wrist strap. I'm a rebel. But I'm also not going to be doing any, like, sick Zelda spins like that one guy. So we should be fine. He should have been in Smash. And he's robbed that he was never in Smash. So, first things first, look at how good this game looks compared to the last one. This is great. I do not believe that I can take the Bad Boy of Twitch title from my good friend Ropesnake, but I will be a little gamer gremlin. Does that count? That will be me in the video games. Now, as before, we're going to load the game. Because look at how fast everything loads. Amazing. And we're going to come this way because the post-game's got some pretty cool stuff in it, including all the unlockables. So the main one we're going to go to is this guy down here, the Night Shop. Because I think this is where the wardrobe is. Yeah, here it is. So, these are our characters, and it's... Thank you very much for a 4-month subscription there, Counter Ope. I hope that you enjoy everything. I know I appreciate you doing that. Hi, how's it going? So, it's a little harder to see, but the faces have been designed such that the characters look a little older, which is good. And also, are you gonna... Oh, do I have to change into it before it will load up? Okay, so check it out. The costumes are slightly different. And there's a lot less rampant sexualization compared to the last one. Although the characters do still dress like pop stars. because this game is built on top of Fatal Frame 4, which kind of cemented the whole the characters dressed like pop stars thing. Something else that's pretty cool is on the title screen here, it shows you, or the main menu screen, I should say, it shows you the last thing you did. So you'll see the picture in the background change as we go through the game. And okay, so that's a picture of the girl in the bloody kimono. You may recognize her. The last thing I did when I played this game was I got the secret boss fight in Chapter 0 against the girl in the bloody kimono. It took me 3 days. I haven't booted the game since. Except for one time, half an hour ago, when I came to do the sound and light check for OBS. That's it. I did beat it. That's why it's there, with the game time 0. But I then decided, you know what? I'm done. I do not wish to play this game anymore. So I didn't. Now, do I have my notes over here? I do not. Well, that's fine, because I know what ending I'm going to go for, and you can do that towards the end, so I'm going to write the notes down later when I come to those. For now, we're just going to start the story on normal mode, because I'm not doing hard mode, because it's the Wii version. And you can also see that there's an empty slot for Fatal Mode. Also, none of this happened. You see that?
Mayu, you remember our promise? You know, I'll never leave you. Mayu! Mayu! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We used to play here a lot, didn't we?
Nintendo's really good at doing water graphics. I don't know why they're so good at it.
It'll all be gone soon. Your leg. It's not sore, is it? Only a little. I'm okay. Listen, Mio. Hmm? Never mind. Come on, wait! Mio! Wait for me! Mayu, you know that time... Mayu? Mayu! What are you doing? Stop! Mayu! Mayu! Mayu?
So there's a lot to unpack. I don't know why they went with Tracer as the voice of both characters. but I'll take it because, as with the step up from the first game to the second game, the voice acting is better. The special edition is better than the original, but mostly, look at this. Look at how good everything looks. Look at this over-the-shoulder third-person camera, because that's what we're doing in this game now. Because this game is built on top of the Fatal Frame 4 engine. And this is how that game looked and ran, so that's how this one looks. Also plays a little bit like Zelda. So I'm using the nunchuck, the Wii nunchuck, and the analog stick turns left and right, but you can see target and strafe, which is not really something I thought I would need in a Fatal Frame title, but there it is. And this is also where one of the main problems with the Wii comes into it, is because you're going to see a lot of like this going on, because the Wii remote controls looking up and down. And there's a lot of drift, especially given that I'm looking to my left at chat. Hi. How's it going?
Forgive me. Please. Forgive me.
I also wonder how much you can hear the Wii remote just rumbling and pulsing as a heartbeat, because it's doing that a lot.
Where are we?
To answer your question, Empirica Woodland, yes, the Wii remote does make noises, but it's not like push the button to talk like the Mario button.
The lost village.
I feel like that's a lot more clean of a logo than the first one. That's like a Squaresoft logo right there.
I heard about something like that happening a long time ago. A village in this area disappeared on the day of a festival.
Don't look at that seam in the
I heard
skybox.
that people who got
Don't
lost
look at
in
it.
the
It's not
forest
immersion breaking at all.
explored there. Maybe we found that village.
I might be using some of those as the custom thumbnails for these videos. I haven't decided yet. Okay, so this is what the game looks like, more so than the little introductory sequence we just had. Not too keen on the big standard compliant button prompts down there, but you know, that's fine. Let's investigate. I can make out the roofs of a small mountain. Village in the darkness. That hasn't gone away. The questionable line breaks. Perhaps someone there could tell us how to find out our way home. I misread that as out. I didn't read. So hi, catching up on chat. Can't ope. I'm glad that you're feeling a lot better, and I hope that your cold goes away. First thing I'm going to do is set up the camera and turn off the Super Special Awesome Type 0 film that I have carried over from my previous run. This is something else you're going to see a lot of, just drift in the camera, because this is now, I'm a turret now, and the camera is moving up, down, left, and right based on how the Wii remote is pointed, and it's very floaty and weird. I don't know if anyone remembers the Wii. It's really good at floaty and weird.
But now there's no one here.
Time for lurk. Please enjoy your lurk. So, as mentioned, our characters look a little bit older and a little less cute. This is the good thing. Thank you very much, game designers. That's what we want. The outfits look a little different, as you've seen. And check it out. The save point's over here on the east, not the west. Whoa! This game is so different. Which is actually doing it a disservice. The game is substantially different from the PS2 and Xbox versions that it merits looking at and playing through. And hey, I have fun with it. So let's go do some ghost hunting with some British girls. There is something on the ground. It looks like a handbag. That one I'm not too keen on. I saw you awkwardly shift down into your pick up this thing animation. Fear mounts for missing surveyor. Concern was growing yesterday for a surveyor who appears to have gone missing while visiting the proposed site of the Mizukami Dam. Masumi Makimura, 26, is believed to have gone to survey historical landmarks due to be flooded by the construction of the dam. It is now 5 days since he was last seen. Search for missing surveyor abandoned. The search for Masumi Makimura, 26, the surveyor who has been missing since the 4th, was abandoned yesterday. Yesterday marked 10 days since Mr. Makimura went missing while surveying the proposed site of the new Mizukami Dam. Also, you can tell that this was cut from 2 different newspapers, because the age is given in commas there, and brackets there.
I wonder whose it is, and these other things too. I wonder.
Oh, also, Mayu's wearing glasses. She shouldn't. I put those on, because let me tell you, chat, CPC Gamer's cool character design coursework. Take an existing character and put glasses on him. Just suddenly that character is cooler. Or like, give him a scarf maybe. I saw you load in building. I saw that. Well, let's pretend we don't know what's going on and head into that there building just to see if we can find out who that person is and get some help from her.
Is there anyone there?
Also, wearing a flower in her hair is not.
Will you abandon me once more?
Wearing a flower in her hair was my choice. Flowers in hair is cool.
Here. It's so quiet.
Alright. I'm ready for you now. I'm still gonna miss you. But I was, at the very least, demonstrated that the camera is currently unlocked. And that ghost was there waiting for me just like last time. I think I have that one. I have enough of the ghost list that I have the collected the ghost list costumes available to purchase, so I'm set with that. I'm still going to try and get all the ones that I can. Unfortunately, there is no badass witch's hat,
Nobody here.
so I can't equip that, and I can't just ruin cutscenes.
Mayu. Mayu. What's wrong?
Masumi, where are you? Masumi, where did you go? The lost village.
back in E3 Trailer Town.
Where have you gone, Masumi?
I don't want to kill you.
What was? I don't know. I don't know.
So here's one of the main issues I have with this version of the game, and that is this English accent isn't very scary. Can I? Oh, I can get a picture of you. Look at that. I'm already doing better than I did in the first game.
What separated Mia?
The first time I played through this game, everything is gonna go just so well. Another bizarre thing with this game, I say bizarre. It seems odd that you would have to explain it, but if you haven't thought about it, then you wouldn't really know. Because they've changed the camera from fixed perspective to over the shoulder-ish, then they've had to redesign some of the areas. So you'll notice the corridors are a little bit wider, and
This is something at least.
mostly in the outside areas, everything's a little bit more spaced apart, which is fine, but it kind of goes against what the original game had going for it, where everything was comparatively tight and claustrophobic because you are trapped in this crazy village. What on earth is going on?
Cold in here.
Okay, so this is something that wasn't strictly explained. Certain things in this game do not appear until you shine the torch on it. That's a pretty cool effect. Everything is still little sparkly balls, like this is the last time we played any Fatal Frame game, actually. The first game did it as well. But this one, some of them don't show up unless you specifically look at them with the torch. You also have to physically reach out and pick it up. And there is a chance that the game will jump scare you when it does that. I'm going to forget that. And I'm going to fall for it every time. Masumi, it's Miyako. I came to find you. Let's go home together. If we're together, we can make it out of here. If you find this note, please shout. I'm sure I'll be somewhere nearby. I'm sure of it.
There's someone here. I know it.
See, I feel like maybe I'm dialing up my English accent because I do that. Particularly when I go to a foreign place and everyone's talking American. And I'm just like, nope, I'm going to be proper British. And you can't stop me from doing that. If I do that, maybe call me out on that. Beep Salt, hello. Lurking while working sounds like a good time. I will do my best to enjoy the ghosts. I'm gonna get caught out. And much fun will be had by all. See, the issue there, Empirical Woodland, is I am a yelper when scared. It's in my title. That ghost was in frame. Thank you very much. I had that. This is fine. The figure headed in. headed towards this room. Could it be waiting behind this door? Game, you tease. I feel like that was there for people who know the game and know that that ghost likes to hide behind doors.
It's a bit strange somehow.
I keep hearing this strange sound coming from near the altar. It's kind of a song echoing up from underground. Could it be just the wind whistling through this old house? Or is there something on the other side of the wall? Oh, how about that? That's a clue to something we're going to do a ways later on. Was that an item? There is an old book on top of a kimono in the damaged chest of drawers. Oh, that is, I believe, the instruction book. Yes. This is how to use the camera. Step 1, listen to me yelling about it. That's how you do it.
That's
It can photograph that which should not exist. What was that? Can this be real? This device is most dangerous.
camera obscura. Mio. Is that... Oh. Is there anyone there?
I don't know for sure, but I think this game has been mocapped. These characters are a lot more dynamic than they were on the Xbox version.
Mio.
Okay, notes on the camera obscura. Ignore, listen to Mr. English person yelling about it. The camera obscura was invented by Dr. Kunihiko Aso in order to capture things that only exist in the spiritual realm. Residual thoughts and memories from the past, spiritual beings that cannot ordinarily be seen, all are revealed with a camera obscura. The camera obscura has been known to have an exorcising effect on the things that it captures, that which should not exist. And yet it also has some kind of connection with them. Misuse of the camera can easily lead to one losing their soul to these spiritual beings. That's a plot point. We've seen that in the first game, with a character we're going to meet in this game. I have brought the camera to Minakami Village to photograph its hidden ceremony, and the place where its participants gather to perform it. I do believe I am more excited than Dr. Aso himself about what may be revealed. From Seijiro Makabe. I'm going to ignore that door for now because there's something over here. Look at that. Something hiding in the darkness. I'm going to go get that. Oh, you're making food? What food are we having? And that goes for everyone else too. Have you eaten? Are you hydrated? We practice self-care on this stream. Thank you very much. And you'll
Someone here.
look after yourself. Oh, you just not gonna let me do that again? Because I could definitely have gotten a picture of that. I saw the thing change to a camera filter. Oh well. America Woodland, I missed a word in that sentence. I thought you just had a crab stick, and like, surely there are other things one can eat as well as just that. Oh, right, push and hold. That's right. Because it's the Wii version.
There's someone.
So this one, the camera works a lot more like it did in Fatal Frame 1, where if you train the camera on the ghost, the spirit energy charges. It's not just based on how close they are. You do still get point bonuses for getting the ghost if it is
It's gone.
in an attacking stance or actively attacking. Those are the shutter chances and Fatal Frames, which you've seen previously.
We have to get out of here. Right. I don't like it here, Mia.
Bear with me 1 second.
Let's go.
Hello. Loud, muted coughing. You don't want to hear that. Ugh, my goodness. I also think I'm going to regret putting a flower in my character's hair, because that means I get a flash of white every time I open the door. And I'm going to go, oh no, is that the ghost? Do I need to panic? Yes, I essentially always need to panic while playing this game. And I do.
Won't open. Over there.
Over there. Now, actually, this goes to something that Empirical Woodland asked a short while ago. Because we have to take a picture of this, let's see if I can... If I can get this. No, because I don't think the Wii remote's going to let me get my microphone close enough. Hang on. I don't know how well that went through, because, like, the game is also playing audio, but the shutter sound is playing through the Wii remote. Really, really badly, because it's not a very good speaker. I believe there are ghosts that speak to you through the Wii remote speaker as well. I think that might just be a thing when you defeat them. I wouldn't put it past them to try calling out to me just as I'm going out and about. I think, yeah, the stove's in this one. Because we just went to that front door. Also, this right here, this is another problem with the over-the-shoulder camera. It can and will get stuck on scenery like that. Oh.
There's someone here, Mia.
I have to say, I do like the radar effect. So you see the four-leaf clover design on the top of the screen. It points in the general direction of where you need to go, or at least where you need to look for ghosts and all. That's a cool design. This is also something that I think is pretty cool. it shows you the door you've just unlocked. Kind of video gamey, but Fatal Frame is kind of video gamey. This one is not as bad as some of the others. Looking at you, number 5, but it's kind of video gamey. It's one of the bizarre paradoxes of the series where it's like, yes, we're going to do this visceral supernatural horror, but also here's a 5-time shot counter. Let's go! I want to say that the characters move a little more quickly in this game, but it could just be the change of perspective. And even then, not much more quickly. Ooh. A thing. The Lost Village. Even I've heard the rumors about this place. About a massacre that happened on the day of a festival, wiping the village off the map. About the twin guardian stones that lure travelers into the village. About how one can never return once they've walked through its tawny gates. The village is engulfed in a vicious and endless night. A woman's laughter can be heard echoing through its streets. Only a single woman survived in the village. And now we can open this here door. Just zoom in right on that Wii texture game. That's fine. Let me see all them pixels. You'd love to see it. Now, I forget which way round it was. So, that gentle pinging sound you heard sounds like a sonar. That's us finding something. I was looking around for a ghost. I forget which order it is, but I'm sure there's a ghost over here. And one over there. But investigate? What are we investigating? There is a futon on the floor. Though the floor around it is covered in dust, there is none on top of the futon. Oh, this isn't going to end well. This is going to go pretty badly. There is a lot of dust under the futon. Can it have been dragged here recently? I believe that you could easily just eat crab sticks at Burger Woodland. You've mentioned that you enjoy them. I... less so. But no, I hope you enjoy those. Please, anyone, if you read this note, please come and find me. I'm stuck in this village. Please, help me. Miyako Sudo. So I'm starting to... Oh, that's fine. I'm starting to blur together bits of this game and Fatal Frame 3, which has a lot of stuff hiding in cupboards like that. Like that.
Is that...
Oh, now here's a question. What is the command for that? Is it that? It is! Check it out, we have a quick turn. If you shake the nunchuck, you get a little shimmy, and your character turns around. This bit, I don't like so much. The idea that... hey, you found a key, here's where it goes to. In theory, we don't know that that door exists yet. We may not have gone upstairs. I mean, I haven't, because... Excuse me. I haven't, because I more or less know the route through this house already, but... I suppose it's possible you could go up there and find the lock. Ah. That kind of shot is always really, really difficult in Fatal Frame games, especially the ones with the motion controls. Which is why, if you got any sense, when you play Fatal Frame 5, you just turn off motion controls immediately. I know I did. Okay. Okay. That was also not in frame, apparently. I feel like I'm going to complain about that one in this game more than any other in the series, because this one is... This one's got the motion controls. And I feel like I could reasonably have gotten a bead on that one if I were just using a controller, which the game will not let me do. I don't know how long I've been in this village. The dawn never comes. It's dark all the time. I hate this darkness. It's driving me insane. I want to get out of here. I want to see you again, Masumi. Now, there's a very particular note, and I want to show it off, and I forget where it is. I would have thought I would have already found it, because I... Oh, but that one I did get. That's fine. I'll take it. Not gonna get you. I'm going to get... Okay. Okay. Pretty sure that guy's not supposed to be there yet. High Priest Kurosawa has welcomed us into his village with open arms. The village does not have a mayor, and it would appear that Mr. Kurosawa, in his position as High Priest, is responsible for governing it. This would appear to be another indicator that this village was formed by a deeply religious community that placed a high value on their ceremonies and rituals. The myth of the Gateway to Hell remains a pronounced presence in local folklore. This is a gate or chasm that leads directly to the world of the dead, or the underworld. Such entrances to the underworld are usually detested, yet feared, and in some cases are even believed to be worshipped. I will do whatever it takes to learn more about this ancient and deeply rooted belief in the gate to hell while I am here. Elana Ray, hello! Yes. That's a mighty sword you have. Please be responsible with the power of Grayskull. Don't be waving it around or everyone will want some. I have heard that a hidden ceremony relating to the gateway is held in the village, though it would appear that it is forbidden to observe it or even to talk about it. The fact that the ceremony involves approaching the gateway probably means some kind of seclusion ritual must take place beforehand. The locals here lead a simple existence. The village's location in the mountains makes it difficult to grow crops, and daily life is a real struggle. They have very little contact with the outside world, and continue to live as they have always done, regardless of how the world may have changed. They appear to have been left behind by the relentless march of time. That just reminds me of, like, You know when you read about the uncontacted tribes in the Amazon and just what must they be doing? It's really fascinating to read about that sort of stuff. If a little sad. I found Masumi's notebook. He was here, in this village. Soon I'll be able to meet him. I can't move anymore. I'll just stay here. Masumi will come for me. I know he will. I know he'll find us a way out of here. If he does come back. Come back. So, this one was translated slightly differently in the original version on PS2 and Xbox. This page read, "He came back." And both of those translations are correct because Japanese is very contextual. And since they're talking about the same topic, in this case, the boyfriend slash fiance, both of them work. I like this one better. Like, she ran out of energy to write. And that's what you get.
She was lost here, too. She came to this house, searching for her loved one. But where did she go after that?
I knew it. This place. Leo!
Mayu!
Ghost Exorcism Incorporated, says Alana Ray. Is that what I'm doing right now? I ain't getting paid to do this, you kidding me? She's behind me. Also, Lady Luna Phoenix, hello. We're doing a brief discussion. Have we eaten today? Are we hydrated? Are we taking care of ourselves? Going to get tacos is a good plan. So this is going a little better than it should, because I have a fully upgraded camera, because I've played this game a couple times. I think it was 3 times through on the save screen. I don't remember. It does keep a counter, so we'll be able to see it soon.
Just when I finally found you.
So the camera's not supposed to charge that much or that fast. And it's the Silent Hill 1 loading screen right there. How I've missed you. So this is something that is new for this game. Or at least this version of this game. And it's something that they do in Fatal Frame 5. And presumably 4, because this game is built on top of that. You get to save between each chapter. You remember I mentioned that I beat the optional final boss? That's how, because it drops a save point directly before it. What's that? Yeah, 3 completed saves on this file. There you go. But yes, it essentially drops a save shortly before the final boss, and the original game didn't. You had to do the walk down that corridor, and the fight with the bound man, and then the final boss fight, all in one run. And if you died, well, then you just go back to the start of the game. How do I use those? I don't remember. I guess we'll learn. So, what we're supposed to do now is go, there's a scratching sound over here. Let's go over there. And that's when you find the boy in the rafters. But I'm also fairly sure... Where's my map? Is that my map? I think... Yeah, there we go. This is a new ghost for this game. And that's... Actually, that's the woman in the box, isn't it? Yes, it is. Fancy that. I wish to disagree with you, Empirical Woodland. A chip butty is an all-the-time food. Why, I wish I had one right now. It would calm me down going through this spooky village. Damn it! Okay, so that's what happens sometimes. Is the game will just shoot out a hand, and you have to physically shake it off. I think it loses a little bit of the tension, again, with the big standard compliant Wii Remote shaky prompt. But yes, that is definitely something. Using gemstones in its circuitry, this customized radio can detect emanations left within stones, allowing the listener to tune into the voices of the spirits. Minerals that have been in a person's possession for a long time become imbued with that person's thoughts and ideas, and acquire a glow that cannot be seen by the naked eye. These minerals are known as spirit stones. According to Dr. Aso, it is not only through this radio that the voices from the spirit realm make their presence felt. Phenomena such as premonitions, mysterious presences, and even simultaneity? Oh yeah, simultaneity between twins all come about as a result of these voices. So, twins doing the same thing. Or like those twins who invented a secret language that only they spoke and refused to elaborate. And when one of them died, then the other one's just like, well, language is over, I suppose. And just reverted to English. That's a really interesting story. It's something I enjoy reading about. I do love mysteries like that.
I am sorry. I must go.
Isn't that most twins? I don't know. The twins I have known have just been regular people.
It's calling.
I've been waiting. So long. In such darkness.
This is a pretty cool section. I forgot that they added whispering to this. Big fan. Big fan.
The fate of the offering. The ceremony must be performed again.
It's also giving you a few more clues as to like what's going on plot-wise, and I'm always a big fan of that. They are a lot more explicit in this game about what's going on. I mean, that's why we found the folklorist note in the room just there. Which explains like, hey, here's what the village is like.
Mayu.
Okay, I forgot that that was a thing. So that's just bonus points that you'll find lying around. And you can use that to buy upgrades for the camera, and costume parts, and all sorts of stuff like that. Now, is that thing still there? It is! This obvious bait. Let's go. I think that's a much more intelligent way of doing it, is making you stand directly next to the box and look at it before it opens. Like, yes. Yes, please. How do I do my special attack? I should probably learn that. I'm gonna try that button. Nope. I don't know. I've kind of run out of buttons to use on this. This is surprisingly... not a great deal of choice available to me here. Did I just pick the thing up to look it over and... forgetting that everything is motion controlled now? I may have done. Sorry for people who have motion sickness. But only a little bit. Yeah, got you that time, game. The way to avoid the hands is just stop pushing the reach out for the item button. I tend to whip the controller away as well. But that's probably like when... you know when you used to like pick the controller up to jump in Sonic? Well... Ghost? It says there's a ghost in here somewhere. Oh, that's probably going to be the front door, because this is a sort of consistent area, and I happen to be over here. Okay. Well, I'm glad you are watching Empirical Woodland, because you're a cool guy. You do the modding. People come ask if I want to be famous, and I'm like, no. And you sort that out. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's just throw some of these goons at us. That's fine. They're a lot more active in this game, and I prefer that. It's better than just standing around. Oh, that's right! You can Z-target in this game. I remember. In fact, I think that's how you do the special attacks. Let's find out. Right. Come here, you. Yes, it is. Okay. Good to know. That will be useful later. Not against any of the particularly tricky bosses, because they disable that. Particularly Bloody Kimono. If you try to target her, the whole screen just bleeds red and you can't see for a while. It's really frustrating. Also, shout out to the dust particles in the beam of light, which are just physical objects part of the model. Alright, let's pick this thing up. So as before, you can pop some of these stones into the radio that we found and take a listen to just little snippets of plot related to the character who the stone relates to. I tend not to do that, I'll be honest. I didn't in the last game, I can't imagine I will in this game. But there is some pretty good background storytelling going on in that, where you can hear certain voices, certain pieces of music, certain just audio cues in the background that kind of give a hint as to when the piece of dialogue was recorded. Okay. Did I... Oh, I did! Nice! That is exceptionally hard to get. Don't mind me. I'm saving that. I caught that spirit picture. I'm going to save that. That's the one I mentioned in the previous game where you have to, or you don't have to because I just did it, but the best way to get that ghost is to wear a particular outfit because the yukata is slightly shorter, I guess, but it gives you a slightly faster run speed. Wild. Finding exploits in games. I love it. Someone linked me to a cool one with the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, where it will read any input from any controller. So if you have two controllers pushing forwards, you just move twice as fast. Because it's reading forward twice. Wild.
Here she is. I found her.
It is speedrun tech right there. It's going to be absolutely wild when people start speedrunning this game. And just employing nonsense like that. Okay, this right here. I believe this is called Dark Awakening. I completely forget. The game tutorializes it one time, then never again. That is essentially a desperation mode. I think the TV tropes page will say, turns red. And ghosts who do that, basically they get a second health bar, and they become faster and stronger, and they get a couple more behaviors. There's one that I really don't want to see because, again, I'm gonna yelp, but a Broken Neck Woman has one, and I can't wait to show it off because it's actually pretty good. It's just too good. It gets me every time. We should definitely follow these crimson butterflies. There's nothing bad will happen. Our sister did it, and she's fine. So we're just gonna go this way and just hope for the best. What was that? Was that a loading bay? No, it wasn't. The camera just reset in an incredibly awkward way. Alright. You do you, game. Anyway, here we are at the storeroom. Let's go say hello to this guy over here. Let's go say hello to Ron Weasley.
Yair, why are you still here?
Who are you?
It's almost time for the ceremony, and you know what that means.
So you have returned, Yae. I knew you would. You must take Saya and flee from this place. She is in the High Priest's house. It seems they plan to proceed with the ceremony. There is not a moment to lose. Go to her, while there is still time. The keys to the High Priest's gate are concealed in twin guardian stones. Search for stones in the village that look like that one.
The ceremony's starting, Yair. Hurry.
You could ask me whether you go for tea or coffee. I think you might be pleasantly surprised with the answer. Okay, well, that's obviously not that one. I don't think they're...
If you can't make it out of the village, come and see me again. I'll try and think of another way to help you.
Well, Empirical Woodland beat me to the punch, but because, yes, hot chocolate with, like, cream and marshmallows. That's what we want to have to drink right about now. That might be what I'm doing after this. I don't believe that they have changed the location of the statues that have the keys in them. Does that mean I remember where they are? No, it doesn't. This enhancement allows you to evade attacking ghosts by shaking the Wii Remote at the right moment. I hope I had that. Did I have that? Yes, because it's here and it's unlocked. Okay. Good. I was a little worried. What lens is that? Crush lens. Okay. Cool. Crush lens does the same as it does in the previous two Fatal Frame titles that we played, where you can spend what is essentially your super meter for like a just incredibly powerful attack. Definitely worth having. Really? You're not a fan of cream on hot chocolate? Really now? That was one of the best bits, and then you stir it in. Is it a wobbly texture? Is that what's on the ground? But I can't pick that up. Okay, well, that is not what I came here to do. So let's follow the butterflies even further and see what we have. Carries a pretty cool significance when you know what the butterflies are and what's going on. And this is one advantage to playing through this game again, or any game again, I suppose. It's like, hey, now I know what the plot is. And now I know why they said that. I get the feeling these guys are leading me all the way away. Did I have to go to the graveyard right about now? I might just. I hope that's picking up on the headset as well. It probably isn't. But every so often, I'll turn around and the Wii U read head will go, "Ah! No! Don't make me think!" It doesn't like it. Not as bad as the Wii itself was, I'll grant you that, but even then, that's pretty harsh. Excellent. Well, there's one of the keys that we need. And there's some other stuff hidden around here as well. Let's go collect it. I don't think there's any ghosts out here right now. Certainly not any hidden ghosts. Like, sometimes attacking ghosts will show up over here. It's a graveyard in a ghost game. What do you want? What a weirdly specific amount. 1,590 points. That is exactly how much that spirit shard is worth. Pretty sure that's black, not blue. But that's... Oh, hi! Just spawn in right behind me, that's fine. We will have less of that. Oh, that's actually a clever way... I'm trapped. That's actually a clever way of dealing with that. Rather than having... you, like... set off the camera flash at just the right time, you just do the Samoa Joe thing, just like, nope, and walk away. I'm also glad that you retain items from previous playthroughs and purchases. Tongue twister. Because if it's anything like my last time I played this, my yes hit my yes hit run, I'm going to need the healing items. They also let you go to the shop menu anytime you load into the game. Can I go in there? I bet I can't go in there. No, I can't go in there. Alright, we do that later. Back to the village. The regular type way. Which doesn't seem as far now that we're doing it in third person. Or at least over-the-shoulder third person, not fixed perspective. Maybe they shorten some of the areas down as well. But yes, something that the game does is when you load a saved game, it takes you to the preload section where you get to go to the shop so you can buy more film and medicine and stuff. Oh, the frame rate doesn't like it. I wonder if it's just the pole arm guys that can do that. I don't know. Ah, come on. Alright, there we go. The game runs significantly faster when I'm not looking at anything. Which is also the speedrun strat for GoldenEye. That's why I look at the floor and strafe. Because the game's not rendering anything. Oh, hello. The controller just said something to me. I don't know what the special behaviors are for these guys when they turn red. Or, well, purple. But you know what I mean. It's weird. The men in the dark can do that. And they're the guys who mostly just stand there. And what do they do when they get a second form? They just stand there even harder? I don't know. Right, you are film. Can't pick you up. Maybe I can pick it up after this fight right here. Hello? Oh, there's a guy behind me. Good to know. Well, there's two guys behind me. I do not recall the game going this hard this fast. Alright. And here's number 5, I guess. Six? Do we suppose this is one of those things where I'm supposed to just run? And I'm not supposed to be able to hold my own like this? Because I would believe it. I'm going to try that. I'm going over here. Bye. Maybe they were just really, really excited to show off the motion control fighting that they did. And they're like, right, now we've introduced roaming ghosts. Just nothing but roaming ghosts. Alright, well, you guys have fun. I'm going this way. No, I don't want to talk to you anymore. There's a loading gate right there. Good to know. It's like when I played Metroid Prime, the first one, and I'm like, okay, I can drag enemies towards doors, but not through them. Good to know. Like those purple ones that came towards you when you did the charge shot? Yeah. Song and dance routine could be quite nice. But weirdly, of all the baffling things that the Fatal Frame series does, I don't think it's ever done a dance party. I want to say that Fahrenheit had a dance party. But that would mean I have to think about Fahrenheit, and I don't want to do that. Oh, well, there we go. Maybe come this way and find something. You boys best not be rattling your sticks out of sync with the audio track up here. If you are, I swear to God. Oh. Well, hey, there we go. They have shuffled stuff around in this game. Good to know. The only one I recall off the top of my head is the solution to a puzzle later on has changed. And I don't have the solution written down. I know what it is. I'm just going to have to work it out. Yeah. Where's that other thing? There's that other thing. Come on. Can I pick you up? I can, and I'm glad that I did. Just like the first two games, Sacred Water is a full heal. Okay, so let's go and... You're new. Oh, and you brought a friend. Hi. Or you just miss. That's fine, too. Who was that? Was it you? Yeah, right, so you're still going. Okay. Oh, you missed it. The Wii Remote just did a really good Paul Bearer impression. I don't know if it's just a generally tinny quality of the speaker, or the fact that I'm wearing headphones, or it's just the voice acting direction in this game in general, but it just went, oh no! Like, come on! Is that what we're doing with ghosts in this game? There is like one game which utilizes the Wii Remote well in that aspect, and it is the game Calling, and even then, it's not done very well. And the way it goes in that game is occasionally the Wii Remote will function like a mobile phone. It will call you, and you have to pick it up and listen to the ghost speak to you. And it will give you instructions and mostly just taunt you and be like, hey, do you want to use the remote for, like, moving around or standing here talking to me? Miracle Woodland once again is true, but should we have said it? Hey, there's a point. I know for a fact that the reviewer and developer ghosts have been removed from this game. It's like the little face that was hidden down here. He's not there anymore. But now that I know when they appear, and specifically what flags I need to look for, I'm gonna go take a look. But, like, later. Pretty sure this island is new. And like you use the moon jump thing to go over there, and there's like a minigun that doesn't work. I'm taking my time because I'm relatively sure there's supposed to be 2 ghosts around here. Yeah, you're one of them, Mr. Speaking to me man. And that was the other one. She looks a lot better in this one than she did previously. And she also has some pretty nifty effects, which I don't know if it's just in her desperation state. Hopefully we'll be able to show it off. I don't know. Also, as before, I did this to myself. You don't have to fight this ghost at all. If you don't take a picture of her, she doesn't show up. Hi. Hi. Nope, that's not the thing that I suspected she did. Or I know that she does. There it is. There it is. Do you see this water running down the lens of the camera? That's your cue that she's about to do that. And she's gonna come get you, and you should probably do something about it. And not stand here talking to chat. Excellent! I continue to be a big fan of her theme. Just soft, high echoes and very little bass or percussion. I just feel like it does really well to suit her as the kind of ghost that she is, and it fits with her story. Nope, I got caught by that one. Ah, well. I saw that radar. What was that about? I don't know. Usually the radar only shows up when like there is an active ghost for you to take a picture of, and you can't take a picture of... Oh, there, maybe that's what that is. You can't take a picture of the hand that comes to grab you. Hang on, let's do a bit of that. Because I don't want to use my good film on that. Well, let's get off that bridge before she comes back and I have to do that again. But yeah, I really like that that is a function that this ghost has where she will just drip water down the camera lens and just... Hi, I'm over here now. Where are we at? It's fairly foreboding, isn't it? Also, I like that this guy has moved over here. The lantern has moved next to the door that you're going to use most frequently in this game, because, yeah, they kind of remembered that you're going to have to come in and out of the basement more than the front door. I also like this little tableau. Look at these. Nice little stone lanterns under the maple tree. Yes, please. Okay. So, if people watched the first game, or the first version of this game, you'll probably remember this house. This is the Kurosawa house. This is where the majority of the bad things happened.
The torch.
Why, yes, the Wii can do dynamic lighting better than the Xbox. Thank you, devs. So that's not good. I don't know if those guys are coming out or keeping us in, but yep. That's not good. He's not good. The New Game Plus ghost is still over here in the rafters somewhere. Oh, hang on. I'm always so bad at hiding these, at finding these. It's like they are too well hidden ghosts. You gonna show up there, fella? Okay. So it's over here. Is it behind that there curtain? And that's why I can't find it. It might just be. Because, like, in the original version, it was over here somewhere, but I'm sort of shooting into the darkness at this point, and maybe we don't want to do that. Oh. Oh, come on! I am cranking the Wii remote, like, back towards me. I can't aim it any higher than that. Thank you, game. Nah, CPC gamers at the bar. I'm not part of this encounter. Did I get that guy last time? I don't think I did. Good. So in this one, you kind of have to know or intuit where most of the items are on account of you can't shine your torch on them, your torch doesn't work. And instead, you just have to kind of go for it. I think that radar is the arm, because it appeared there as well. So maybe let's not do that. And it wasn't even anything useful, it's the blast lens. I already have that. If I have it right, blast is the... It gives you a twice as powerful attack. And then crush gives you a 4 times as powerful attack. And then zero, which is the one I have, weirdly, does not multiply by 0. I think it multiplies by 8 or 10. And it...
No one survived. It's because we ran away.
And if you, like, fully upgrade the zero lens, which I have done,
Why we have to do it again.
the game goes berserk.
Ceremony. Yaya is coming.
Kind of weighing up in my head. When do we explain this? We've heard about a character named Yae before. We've met a character named Yae before. And she is relevant to the story in this game. And I am going to explain why at some point. I don't know, does it seem appropriate to do this right now? Pretty sure this guy goes a lot better if you wait for him to attack. There you go. And you get your fatal frames on him. And you don't just do what I do and just whip the camera around. Again, motion controls are great for certain things. This is not one of them. I'm not keen. I've just realized what's through that door. I hope I'm able to do that with these bizarre controls. Right, where are you guys? You guys are over there and now behind me. Let's go. The motion controls are fine, but for like pool. We play pool. That game was great. That was my jam. I want to play that now. And a couple times we've done like a charity shooting range with the We Play the Duck Hunt thing. And otherwise, yeah, they're not super great. And they generally distract from the feel of what's going on. Because of the bizarre nature of gaming. Like, generally you want to have your players immersed in the game as much as you can be. And it's rather immersion breaking to have your players actually make a motion of some sort beyond just tapping the buttons. I mean, since we're playing on the Wii U, I'm reminded of Zombie U, which had a great idea of... It kept your inventory on the touchscreen, and you could only see your inventory by looking away from the main screen. In theory, pretty smart idea. In practice, even though it's only a split second, you have to look down from the TV to the tablet, and your eyes track over your room. And you realize, oh yeah, I'm not slinking around London in a panic, I'm sitting in my flat. I should probably hoover up. And now you're not thinking about Zombie U anymore, you're thinking about doing the chores. Can I say again, I love the... I don't love that. I love how fast this thing saves, especially compared to the previous version. You remember we had to have a 2 decimal point counter to show how much we had saved and how much we had to wait? Not so in this game. This is a trap. This has to be a trap. Oh, there it is. Okay. Because I'm like, this is the room where Mr. Creepy lives, and I'm not seeing him. Better psychotic laughing than the last one? Still not the best psychotic laughter I've ever heard. That would be Drakengard 4. Right, which way am I facing? Don't run that way, run this way. Is that thing still down there? I don't think it is. Alright. In the push the button to collect the thing version of the game, there's a kind of Type 90 film down there. And you have to be real quick to pick it up. I suppose there wouldn't be if you have to physically pause and load into a picking it up animation. So, that's fair. Oh, hang on. That's very rude of you, game. Distracting me like that. Oh. Of course that's what that is. I remember. Pretty surprised I caught that one as well. I'll be honest, that one looked like it was just way off in the distance, and I shouldn't have caught it. Now, Is that ghost still there? Let's find out. Previous versions of the game have a New Game Plus ghost right here. This game does not. Well, that's fine. Let's go keep exploring. I'm trying to think of a single other time where motion controls have added to a game, and I really can't. It's essentially just pool. WarioWare. WarioWare smooth moves. That was good motion control. Because that was get your mates together, have a bit of a drink. Everyone's having a good time. The earthquakes have been getting increasingly frequent over the last few days, and I've also seen more and more of those crimson butterflies fluttering around. Though they are beautiful, they make me uneasy. They look just like human souls, mournfully making their way through the skies, and the villagers always start praying when they see them. The atmosphere in the village is very tense, as though something terrible is about to happen. A community that fears the wrath of the earth. Could this Crimson Sacrifice Festival be some kind of attempt at appeasing it? Such festivals used to be common all over Japan, generally using live sacrifices to appease the wrath of the gods. Could that be how the twin maidens that are worshipped in the village are linked to the festival? If the village were preparing for an ancient appeasement festival, then it would certainly explain why everything is so quiet around here. Is it me, or is that sort of thing a little on the nose? Like, obviously I know what the plot is. And if anybody watched my playthrough / stream of the last game, then you guys know what the plot is. But I don't know. I don't know if that's what she was saying in the Xbox version, because there weren't subtitles in that. And it was very soft, and I was speaking over it. Anyway, let's go find that creepy, bloody handprint room. I say find it. I know where it is. It's one of the reasons I came straight up here instead of going in there, because one could argue maybe you wouldn't want to be sacrificed. I'm just saying. I know I wouldn't be keen. Though I suppose on the other hand, if that was the culture you were raised in and the explicit thing you were born to do, you probably wouldn't question it. I don't know. I haven't grown up in such a culture. Look at that red line on the audio. I do not love to see it. I hate those. So this, you Get away. You're not doing that. So this is one of the problems with using the over-the-shoulder camera, is when it... Pictured in that frame, no ghost apparently. Did I get them both? I got them both. Amazing. Yeah, having the, like, constant... Can I go down here? I seem to remember I can go down here. But only in this version of the game. This is new. Being able to step outside of the boundaries like this. I like it. When you had the fixed perspective cameras, you could set it up so that only in that room was it... This was a bad idea. Okay, you could set it up so that only in that room was the camera grey and had the noise filter on it, whereas here it just sort of comes and goes as you... That's not cool. Comes and goes as you walk around. Did that get him? We got him. Okay. Reminds me of when they tried to move old 8-bit games from, like, the Amstrad and the Spectrum over to more powerful things, and they could scroll around. And you came to realize, oh yeah, these old games required ratchet scrolling way more than you thought. And being able to move around dynamically doesn't really work anymore. How am I doing for health? I'm fine. No reason. Don't mind me. There are two people in this room. Okay. Because this is, generally speaking, the first fight that... Murky much? Generally speaking, this is the first fight you're going to have trouble with in the game, because these are two pretty strong ghosts, comparatively. And it's a small, awkward room to move around in. So, like, that would be why I put on the good film. Let's use the really good film. Let's watch out, because the, she stood behind me. See? Directly behind me. Nothing personnel, kid. Alright, where are you? She is... over here. See, I don't know so much about moving something to a better system reveals all of the flaws. I think more when it's a system not entirely designed to experience the game in the way that it does. And I'll give you an example. And I imagine you're going to be on board with this example because you are likely are aware of this game if you haven't played it as well. Game Jet Set Willy. that is one of those old 8-bit platformers where you get to the edge of the screen and then it loads into the next screen. It's one of those. And one of them is called something like The Nightmare. And it is where, in that room, your character sprite becomes that of a flying pig. And when that game was ported to the Amiga, it was free roaming. It wasn't ratchet scrolling or screen per screen. And so just all of a sudden, your character turned into a pig and then stopped. And there was no explanation for why they did that beyond, in the 8-bit version of the game, that's what that room did. And that was how that room was set up. And it's a conversion of the 8-bit game, so that's how we do that. And I don't know why that, of all things, is where my mind goes when I think of bizarre gameplay conversion choices, but there you go. It would have made even more sense with a particularly good CPC game called On the Run, which was a fully consistent world, except it would only draw small screens 1 bit at a time. That would have benefited a lot more from free roaming than Jet Set Willy. Okay, hang on. Touch. Touch. Ooh, a cutscene.
This is Minakami Village. The site of a ceremony that must not be spoken of. And home to a place that must not be seen. If I could get a shot of it with the camera obscured.
I am fortunate that the village records are stored at the High Priest's house. Most of these records concern the village's ancient myths and legends, and the ceremonies that have been performed here since time immemorial. Good word. There are many items that are of great interest to a folk scholar such as myself. The hidden ceremony that takes place in this village is known as the Crimson Sacrifice Festival, and involves using twin shrine maidens to seal the gateway that leads to hell. The Crimson Sacrifice Festival has 2 parts: the true ritual, which must be held regularly, and the shadow ritual, which is held if the true ritual is a failure. Should both rituals fail, a disaster known as the Repentance occurs. The dead will rise from hell and the sky itself will be sealed shut. Munakata says that his childhood friends Itsuki and Mutsuki have disappeared. I must admit that my interest has been piqued by the thought of twins going missing at a time like this. We must find them. I feel they will have much to tell us about the ceremony. That's a piece of lore I don't remember existing in the first time we played through this game. Again, Munakata is the folklorist who we followed around in Fatal Frame 1. And he's the guy who moved into Himuro Mansion and discovered the site of the ritual. Alright, do you see what I mean when I mentioned previously? I think this is a bug, but I actually don't. Because this is always here. In every version of the game, this body appears. I believe way earlier than it should do. something up here. And yes, Lady Luna Phoenix, you are quite right. There are a lot of limitations from older 8-bit systems that we've kind of outgrown, even though people are nostalgic for them. Like, when the NES had that weird pixel junk thing on the right, because it wasn't super great at scrolling. Outgrowing that was pretty good, but people still go, oh yeah, that weird thing the NES did. I wonder why. I don't fully know why.
Together, forever. We ran from here. But still, they all died. They all died.
Mayu!
Mio,
What happened?
someone called to me. They told me to come back. They said the ceremony must take place once more.
The ceremony? Oh,
Let's stay together, Mio, forever.
yes. Just like we promised. For now, let's just get out of here.
That is an allusion to one of the endings in this game. Intended by the designer to be the worst possible outcome of this scenario. I don't think that's the ending we're going for. I have it written down how to get the ending I'm going for, but I don't know which one it is. So that's going to be fun to find out. Alright, we are back. Ooh. Come on. There's a thing right there. Pick it up. Pick up. Some visitors came to our village today. A folk scholar and his apprentice, a boy called Munakata. Munakata said that he had come because he was worried about Itsuki. He kept asking questions about him, but we were all warned not to tell him anything about the village. We couldn't tell him that Itsuki has been locked in a storehouse, and probably wouldn't be allowed to meet him. From Yae. The scholar has a special box that makes pictures of things, and he used it to take a picture of us. My face looks a bit strange in the picture, but it's still a really nice thing to have. They say that scholar is going to become a blank, because we're not ready yet, because we haven't been purified. We have to get him to leave before that happens. I must become one with my sister. It is right, says Sae. Now. That's right, I got...
It feels like I've been here before. It makes me feel calm somehow.
That's actually pretty clever. Like, yes, actually, draw attention to this obvious puzzle item, because maybe you wouldn't think it was a puzzle item to look at it. But actually, we can't do that now. Are you there now? You're not there now. Maybe not at all in this game. Oh, right, come on. Alright. That's rotten game. Playing the music before she gets up. I wonder if that was a misplaced cue. That was perhaps a bad idea, because now I've got no juice left in the super meter, and I've got to charge it up again before I can do that. That's fine. It's fine. Is she gonna go for Mayu? I don't know what she was doing then. She's having a bit of a jog. Excuse me, please. Alright, there we go. I feel like this is one of the problems with having essentially portions of this game being an escort quest, is that she gets in the way a lot. And I know that's kind of the point, and it's kind of a horror game, so you're not supposed to be in control for the entire time, but like, I don't know. It bugs me sometimes. Now. Hopefully, I'm still going to be able to do this with the Wii remote. Yes, I am. Amazing. I would just like to shout out friend and chatter and YouTube content creator man, Alana Ray, at this point. Because he was playing a game that had one of those 3x3 sliding tile puzzles. And he's just doing commentary, like I'm doing commentary right now. And he's just like, oh yeah, so anyway, here's what I had for my dinner today. It was super great. But he's just gone into autopilot and he's solving that puzzle. That's amazing. Is that the front door key? That appears to be the front door key. You literally just queried where that ghost was, Andy. Go take a photo of it. I feel like that is a way creepier picture than it has any right to be. Also, going back to the idea of... Is this thing now? This thing's now, isn't it? Yes, it is. Going back to the idea of just flat transferring a game from one console to another, that was a practice in at least the 8-bit home computers. Also, I noticed that they changed her name. That used to be No Escape, and now she's called Armless Woman. Anyway, the Amstrad CPC and the Spectrum, because they had very similar coding languages, it was super easy to make games from one run on the other, and it was kind of a derogatory thing on the CPC that if something looked cheap, oh, it was just a Spectrum port, because don't do those, it's bad. Let's read some more notes. The twin girls who live in this house came to me today with a map that indicates the location of the side door. They said that the shadow ritual was imminent, and that I would need to use this door to escape. After thrusting the map into my hand, they ran off before I could ask them any more questions. The other people in the house don't appear to be acting strangely. Or maybe it was strange that we received such a warm welcome in such an isolated village. In the first place. I've decided to tell Munakata to go back ahead of me, just to be on the safe side.
Don't leave me here, Mio.
You do make a good point Empirical Woodland in that you would have a hard time escaping with no arms. I took it to be the other way, that she was able to escape.
No, it wasn't us.
Speaking man, except I have to take out the camera to cut off his subtitles. I'm so sorry.
The rain. It's so cold.
Am I going to be able to get the picture of the ghost that appears halfway down the stairs? Let's find out. Because I'm fairly sure he appears behind Mayu, and that'll do. Hi. This is another sort of a problem with the new camera setup, is that look how much real estate my character model is taking up. And this, from what I have seen, looks like it works better in Fatal Frame 4, because that game was designed to look like this, whereas 2 wasn't. But yes, it's still something you need to be very aware of when designing a game, that
Mayu!
the area needs to work with the camera that's going to be going around it. And there are instances where it doesn't in this remake.
Mayu, what is it?
Never mind.
This is one of those just talk situations. Actually, does it still do that thing?
We've got to run away.
Does it still do that thing? It does. How's that? If you take a picture of Mayu standing in this part of the room, then the bloodied hands reach out to get her. How's that?
Don't want to kill anyone.
Now, I think this is the side quest stuff. That is not the side quest stuff. I forget where we find the side quest stuff. Point is, it's basically the same in this game as in the version we had played previously. You can collect if you go around the map, you will find 4 points of interest from the surveyor. You can get his engagement ring, take it back to Osaka House, and this will get you a special boss fight, which will influence the ending in no way. Game, really? That is Dead Space guy crawling out of the vent as you finish the toolkit. Like, you could only do that once, but it was a good once. Just gonna go over here, get a bit more space. Oh, hey, hi, this ghost also has an ultra high frequency going on. But he appears to be the source of it? Because as he gets closer, it's getting worse? Either way, why are you going after her? I mean, that's fine. You just leave me to deal all the damage and she acts as the tank, I guess. But... And now I guess this is happening. I don't know how that worked, but I'll take it. Take pictures of your sister, deal damage to ghosts. That's fine. Can I pick that up now? Are you gonna prank me again, game? It was just points anyway. Well, since it doesn't play into any of the endings in this game, allow me to explain what the Bloodied Ring side quest does in the base game. If you get the good ending...
We have to go back. Maiden. She must be killed.
If you get the good ending, then if you get the Bloody Ring as well, there is a special shot as part of that video where the surveyor and his girlfriend are reunited, and they don't leave because they're both dead, but they are at least reunited and able to be together, albeit stuck here. That was that door, right? Oh, hi! That's new. I don't think I've had that guy before. Have I? Let's find out. Nope. I do not appear to have caught any new ghosts in my stream today. Oh well. I know that because one of the costume sets unlocks at like 80%. So that's how I know that's what I've got. Criddle, are you okay? Are you going to be okay? Do we need to call someone? Because that's me stepping on broken glass. Okay. Unrelated? That... Core memory unlocked? My dad wrote a song, or my dad's band wrote a song that was called Walking on Broken Glass. It sampled Orinoco Flow of all things. Well, hey, we got like half an hour left of the stream, so if you need to catch up and talk after that, reach out. Seriously, I am here for that, because I don't want you to be murdered. That would be bad. Also, don't want you like uncomfortable and scared. So, if I can help to resolve this, let's do that. Oh, that's what that is. Excuse me, please. Yeah, caught you out that time. I feel like this screen right here was introduced specifically for me. Because I kept trying to go through this wall. Because I'm like, oh yeah, there's a door up here, let's go through that. And no, actually, there isn't. Stop it. Stop it. Here is a screen. You go nowhere. Some better not jump out at me right about now.
There's something here, Mia.
I know. We just solved that puzzle. There is a discussion going on in one of the Discord servers that I am a part of, which is based off a YouTube video of this title. Why do God of War characters keep solving the puzzles for you? I have seen people stop playing the game because...
Just fell to the ground.
Huh. I thought we had to solve that puzzle. Thank you for doing it for me, game. That's actually really good. Unless we have to solve this puzzle. Fine. So yeah, I've watched a friend of mine who was streaming God of War, the newish one, that of Boy, and here's a puzzle. How do I solve it? And then immediately one of your characters goes, ah yes, there's a button over there. And we could have worked that out. And that annoyed the player to the point that they just stopped playing it. And it's a baffling choice. At least let me do badly at the puzzle before you tell me how to do it. Game. I haven't really seen anything of the new one, so I hope that they have improved that at the very least. But yeah, no, I remember that being a constant throughout that game. It's just literally every puzzle you get maybe 10 seconds think time. They have not. Okay. I feel like a toggle would help. Is there an obvious seam around this door? No, there isn't. What are you talking about, Andy? Right. ghosts show up down this corridor, and they run through the wall for a split second. I can't catch them with controller controls. How you think we're gonna do with motion controls? I'll give you a clue. Not very. Ah. Had I waited as instructed, I probably could have caught that guy. Doesn't really matter. I caught that one. You saw it. He was in that frame. What the game counts as being in frame is baffling sometimes. Still, we have opened the door, and we are now able to continue onwards. I walked right into that guy. I do apologize. Is that a...
Surely they're not sacrificing outsiders. Surely not.
Unfortunately, yes. And don't call me Shirley. Not even sorry. In ancient times, mountain villages would customarily sacrifice travelers in traditional festivals. I'm sure I heard the priests say things like outsider and kusabi when they dragged me in here. What exactly does the shadow ritual that the twins mentioned actually entail? The key they gave me must be for the side door of this house. According to the map, the key to this cell is in a cavern under the Osaka house. I'd imagine that this is a storeroom that uses part of this deep path that I've been reading about. Oh, are we just gonna leave? Okay. Is this that bit I was thinking about? Yes, it is!
Mio, help me!
I was expecting that to happen in the last game, not this one. But hey, there it is. We saw it. I feel like that's going to happen more and more as I play through this game. The things that each game does differently from the other, they're just going to get mixed up as I become less and less familiar with it. I've got my eye on that lantern over there because I'm relatively certain it's going to go out. But not because of you. Ow. Okay. This guy is also producing a high-pitched frequency. Lovely. I am very much worried about Gretel. And I love her very much. And this is why I worry. Also, just me as a person, I worry about people. And I have extended this, like, hey, if you need me to jump in the family chat, I will do that. I am across a huge lake. there is that.
Mia, if we open this door, then we can get out of here, right?
Oh, Wales, hello! Thank you for making it. I know. See, I had figured that you were not here on account of you're not a fan of the horror games, but being busy and lurking is also appreciated. I hope that everything's okay.
Yai, are you really going to run away?
So something you may have noticed from the last game to this one, all our characters are British now. I hope you've got a license to be a ghost, mate. There's a lot of weird drift in the cameras. And... oh, I'm sorry, is the whole clan here? We get to say to the whole family? Okay. I'm gonna go say hi to Patrice after this. And also check in with Criddle. Maybe we check in with Criddle as well. Seriously though, I'm pretty sure I have to go in here to get those things. Well, maybe we don't. Maybe I go save. And then try to remember what I do next. I suppose we would.
Your fate as an offering, Yai.
Yeah, we were drawn to this door by those kids. And also that guy. So... let's go into this big ominous looking room. Which, incidentally, this room looks great with the extra lighting. It's all lit up and red and warm looking, as opposed to the other one, which appeared to have a lot of pre-baked settings in it. That was maybe a little early. That's fine. What was that? Just walk up to her, prepare to strike, and then leave? Okay. This is fine. This is all fine. This is bad. So his thing seemed to be that he got a lot more aggressive and a lot quicker. Makes sense. Ooh, something down there as well. The darkness from the blank has become stronger. I have scoured the records, but can find no mention of the darkness having been this strong before. Perhaps it is caused by the recent spate of deaths owing to poor harvests in the village. Perhaps it is demanding compensation for the failure of the Tachibana ceremony. We have started looking for offerings in other villages, but we must hurry. Half of the mourners have already been driven mad by the darkness and thrown themselves into the blank. We must replace them with new mourners. Criminals will have to be used. At this rate, it will only be a few short years before the blank overflows. I have no choice. My daughters must be given as offerings. Sae and Yae's purification must begin at once, for the sake of the village. I also like that they put this thing down here. Because originally that was upstairs. Yae and Sae have left the village, lured by that remaining boy. Though the Kusabi has calmed it a little, the blank remains unsated, and continues to rumble ominously. If we do not find the girls, the blank will come out and swallow the village. I cannot allow them to escape, even if they are my own daughters. Now, this was a puzzle that we had to solve. Well, we have solved basically every puzzle in this game in the previous time we played this game. But there is a locked door up here. And in the PS2 and Xbox versions, the pressure plate to unlock it was just here on the other side of the table. Here, less so. I forget the specific way to unlock it. I think we can have Mayu stand on the thing now that we've come up here and we know that the door is there. This is a very flaggy game series, as we have previously mentioned. It is nearly time. Itsuki and Mutsuki's ceremony did not work. Now it is our turn. Sae and I are leaving this village. Together. Itsuki has said he will help us escape. Sae and I have always lived together. We've promised never to leave each other, says Yae. I don't want to run away. But if Yae is going, then I will follow her. I don't want to be left behind, says Sae. And that is a motif that we had seen previously, because there are certain butterfly diaries with only one page written. And that's pretty clever, I thought. Okay, pretty sure now I can go and deal with that pressure plate. Let's find out. Yeah, there we go.
Maybe the door will open if I stand here. I'll try standing here.
Maybe the door will open if I try standing here. That would be a much better line read, surely. Doesn't matter. That's the one we got! This is wrong. It's just as Itsuki said. Munakata's master is going to become a blank. We must stop that happening. I can't cope with the thought of losing someone else like we lost Mutsuki. We have to help him. One of the keys to his cell is in the rope chamber. I saw a veiled priest taking it there. Father is going to make that man, Munakata's master, into a blank. A key to his cell kept in the safe and the bookshelf in Father's room. If someone must be offered to the blank in order to sate it, then why not us? If we were to be offered as a crimson sacrifice, that man could go free. Good reading. So what do we got? The rope chamber and a safe in the master's room.
Let's put that man in there. The one who investigate our ceremony. It's time to start preparing for the ceremony. Why don't you give me the cell sheet? I'll make sure she doesn't get away.
Come to think of it, the rope hallway is a place from the first game as well. It's like one of the first... It's one of the first locations you come to that gives you the impression like, oh yeah, some spooky nonsense going on in here. Also, that was pretty good framing. I like that. Like, actually, she's being attacked and it's your fault for leaving. That's great. Okay. Where are these places? We got the draped corridor, we got the storeroom walkway. I do not recall where the rope corridor is. Well, we know where one of the keys is, so let us hopefully figure it out on the way. Hey, can I go through that door now? Surely I can't just go through that door now. Let's find out. Because the master's room is the one we found at the opposite end of this hallway. And it was previously locked. I don't know if it will be now. You'd hope, because there's no other way to get in there.
There's someone here.
The mourners are getting uneasy. They fear the movement from down below. Quickly, we must prepare to salute.
That was a pretty good framing. That's something that works really well in first person. Still nothing new. Wild. Alright. During the Crimson Sacrifice Festival, the two bodies of the maidens become one, and they are consecrated so as to appease the blank. The second maiden shall remain in our world to protect it, while the first shall enter the blank in order to appease the forces of the earth. And excuse me while I just make a note on this. Twins Festival. You see how the red word is highlighted right there? That's important. Keep these notes in order on the bookshelf, it says. The blank is a gate that leads directly to hell. The blank must not be looked into, for it will turn one's eyes to blank and kill the light within them. The blank must not be spoken of, for it will turn one's mouth to blank and kill the voice that is inside it. The blank must not be listened to, for it will turn one's ears to blank and destroy one's very soul. So, taboo is blank. Criddle, you doing okay? We good? In years when there is no crimson sacrifice, the blank grumbles with dissatisfaction and must be satisfied with a kusabi. A kusabi must be won from outside Minakami village and must be prepared in a ritual before being presented to the blank. The more suffering a kusabi endures, the greater the extent to which the blank is appeased. That one is that one. I'm on edge with every single one of these. When the ceremony is not held, the blank is unsealed, and a great calamity will occur. The blank will overflow with inhuman beings, swallowing all around it, and sealing the sky with darkness. The darkness shall engulf the land for generations. We must learn that these calamities are our penance for failing to fulfill our duties to the blank. We must learn that these duties are the very reason for our existence. Right. That is that. That's not that one. That's this one. Excuse me, please. Can I... Hey! Do you mind? I need to grab a book off this shelf. Fine, I'll go this way. The second maiden marks the first maiden with a crimson butterfly, who returns from the blank to watch over our village. The maiden who becomes a butterfly ascends to heaven, its wings opening the skies and bringing light wherever it goes. Well, that one's easy. Butterfly is butterfly. Cool.
Everyone's dead. And it's our fault.
I let go before I did that game. You can't get me with that one. I saw it. I didn't say it, but I saw it. And there was something down here as well. What's down here? Oh, that's what that is! Our village has been blessed with a visiting outsider at the most auspicious time. We must make him into a kusabi and perform the shadow ritual to appease the blank. We mustn't let him leave the village. So, like, that's the front door. Down there. This is why when we came in, there was a guy looking over the balcony to us at the front door. He was just up here. How's that? Also, I'm not going to go through that door. You just have to unlock it. I think that's what tripped me up the last time I came here. I didn't unlock the door, so I couldn't come back in here at a later date. crimson butterflies in the festival. But to seal the blank, without both offerings, the Kusabi pay our penance. So, we do that. We need to pay attention to the highlighted words that we had seen in the books and insert them on the shelf in that order. And this is the puzzle that was changed from the PS2 and Xbox version, which I believe I have just got the answer to now. Don't mind me looking that up. Right. So, you would be butterflies. And then festival. Yes? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong side. Festival was in twins. And then taboo. And then sacrifices. And then calamities. There we go. The hardest part was reading my own notes. Actually, no, I don't even need to go that way, do I? Because I think the rope corridor is the one where you have the big fight against, well, the master of the house fairly close towards the end of the game. I am prepared to be proven wrong. Is that going to show up on the map? Is it, like, elsewhere on the map? No. Okay, well. Then I'm quite lost. But that's actually okay, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to say thank you very much, Criddle, for sharing 50 lovely bits. I will put them in my pocket and save them for later. What is that? Is oh. Is that the key? Is the key just on the floor? That'd be wild. It might be a Freddo. How expensive are Freddos lately? I don't know. Okay, yeah, here we go. These guys have a desperation state? And like... Alright. Is that the desperation state? Just phone a friend? Ignore everything? Is that what it is? I don't know. Does it matter? Probably not, because you're gone now. I want to say... Hang on. Nope. Okay. I am thinking of Fatal Frame 3. Or 2. I knew there was something up there. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go this ways. And I'm gonna save. And then we are going to... Is that writing on that wall? Nah, it looks like cracks. I'm going to go save. And then we're going to go find somebody to raid into. And then next time, I'm going to go get that other key and like work out whatever's going on in this crazy house. I doubt that I've been playing for 2.5 hours. Did I really spend half an hour just rambling on at the start of this thing? It's possible. Alright, let's just put you down there and go over there before my game yells at me that it can't find the Wii remote because I've set it down on my desk and it's pointing away from the screen. Who am I going to go and raid into today? Do we have suggestions for who we're going to raid into today? Beepsalt, thank you very much for lurking. Thank you everyone for watching. Lurking or otherwise. It's very much appreciated. There's the raid message. Who are we going to go and yell at? I don't know. Let's find someone new. Is anybody else playing this game right now? A fella named CPC Gamer. The category is entirely filled by me. Oh, get in. Well, there doesn't appear to be anybody raiding Fatal Frame right now. But Empirical Woodland suggests somebody named Brain Mage, which I am in Tregwade, so we're gonna go say hello to that person and go see whatever it is that they're doing. Just chatting? I don't know. Let's go find out. Please do come back on Wednesday for Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, and until next time, goodbye.